Hello and welcome to the Dream Interpretation Podcast, the show about life transformation through dream interpretation. I'm Michael Sheridan. On this show, through analysing your dreams, as always, I tell you what your special abilities are and I tell you what's holding you back. And of course, my unique perspective on the things that hold you back is that they are not in the way, they are the way. It's not really my unique perspective, it's what dreams point out all the time. That's how you're going to grow. You orchestrate this life so that you have these particular problems in your life so that you have to do something to overcome them, whatever that is. And your dreams are always very specific. They show what it is, what you need to do. And then when you grow, that's going to help you raise your vibration by overcoming those obstacles so that they're never an obstacle again. You raise your vibration. And when you die, when you go back to the spirit world, you will find yourself at a much higher place. That's the whole point of it. Avoiding them, of course, does nothing. Makes you get back there and then in your life review, regret that you never actually did anything to deal with the issues that you so carefully crafted and designed to be in your life so that you would have opportunities to grow. There are opportunities. It's up to you whether you do something with them or not. So let's have a look at some dreams. Hey, talking about obstacles, an obstacle I've had this week is internet connection. I'm not in the place I normally am in. And so I spent a long time today trying to get this internet connection working so I could do the show. But here we go. This one is from Jade. Does she give it a title? Let's see. She calls it Twos. She says it's very random and she's wondering if there's a meaning to all the pairs. So she says, here's the dream. I was pulling into Walmart for what seemed like Black Friday shopping. Two people I work with were in the car parked next to me. Now, who are these people? You don't say who they are, but it does give it a kind of a work setting, which means it's about work you're meant to do, most likely. Black Friday, for people who don't know, who aren't American, is the crazy shopping day, the craziest shopping day that exists on the calendar. And it's just fantastic offers around everywhere, massive crowds everywhere. There's crushes, there's people get injured, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, what's interesting and why it's in the dream is demand. There's a demand for something. So this dream is about a demand for some of your services. Shops are about needs and responsibilities. So this is something you're responsible for offering to other people. You say, I walked to the front and there was a large group of people waiting to get in as they weren't open yet. This is Walmart. So that means, because of the group, it means you've got a spiritual leadership gift, but you aren't using it, or at least aren't using it to offer it to the people that need it from you or are demanding it from you. I've said that in kind of a funny way. But when we plan our lives, we plan to have obstacles, like I said at the start, but we also plan to bring some gifts with us, at least one. And we all do this. We all have at least one. And we're made sign a contract in the spirit world before coming here that we're going to develop and use that gift to help other people while we are here. And so there is a demand always for our gifts, but most people in the West do not do anything with their gifts. They ridicule the whole idea, or they get embarrassed about the idea of using them, as we'll see in a later dream today. They use excuses. There will be a reason it's not done. I don't want my family not to talk to me. I don't want to lose friends. I don't want to appear stupid, or whatever it happens to be. But of course, these are the things that we are meant to deal with. These are all part of the obstacles. Anyway, I like that you walk to the front, because that says the time is now for you to do this, to open up and let people see that you're a spiritual leader. You continue on in the dream. Suddenly 2 glass sliding doors open and I walk straight to the electronics. So you walk right to the front and the doors open for you. You're not told to get to the back or anything like that. So that's really cool. So this is your time. You're meant to do this and do this now. You're meant to be a spiritual leader and a channel. Now we know that because the 2 sliding glass doors open, and 2 is the number for channeling, and we're going to see that lots of times in your dream. And the sliding glass doors, I have had them so many times in my dream. They represent the having a strong connection with your higher self, but you get information through intuition. You get feelings about things, and these feelings are very fact-filled, so you could know quite a lot about something, and you wonder to yourself, where did I get this from? But I know it's true. And so you've got that ability. That's one of the ways you channel, that you get this information. And the sliding glass doors open. So the doors represent opportunities. So you're meant to create an opportunity or take advantage of opportunities that are there for you to use this gift. And you're going to use the intuition to get information that's going to help you with your spiritual leadership gift and help these people. You say you walk straight to the electronics. 2 other people, a couple, were in the aisle with me. Aisles are always represented in dreams about, for people who are channels. And it's because of the division. It requires masculine and feminine energy working together in harmony. And we'll see that in 2 dreams later on. I picked these dreams on purpose. But it requires that we need our masculine side to be focused on our subconscious mind, focused on the feminine energy. Normally our conscious mind is the one that's in operation. It's the one controlling everything. It's the one directing the focus. But when we want to channel, we need to focus inward, focus on the subconscious, focus on our feminine energy, because that's where the connection to our higher self is, or to your guides, to the divine, etc. All works that way. The way is always within. We're trained to think outside, look outside, but that's not how it is. Anyway, you'd say 2 other people were in the aisle with me. A sign above a shelf of a PlayStation 5 read 2 per customer. So I grabbed 2. So we see all these 2s. The PlayStation says you're meant to have fun with it. That's what you're meant to do. The 5 is, of course, it's a new thing. It's also in demand, highly in demand. So it fits in with the narrative of your dream that your services are in demand. But it's also about the game of life, or, have fun with it. Enjoy this. You grab 2, you say they were 36. So that's commitment to going, focusing on the feminine side. 3 is commitment, 6 is feminine side. And then you walk to the slipper aisle. Okay, not necessarily good, but the aisle anyway is there for the same reason. Slippers are okay because they're about, being relaxed and comfortable with something. But not what you do. There was a gentleman in the aisle who asked me which ones I wanted. There were pink ones and black ones. Well, of course, you should take the pink ones in a dream. But you say, I picked a pair of black ones. Then I was walking and saw one last pair of black wireless headphones on a rack. I grabbed them and started to walk away. Then I woke up. Okay. So the headphones are about the ability to hear your guides. So you're clairaudient. So you have 2 types of channeling. One where you get it through feeling, and another where you can hear your guides. And it's not necessarily that you will hear them in the room like you would hear somebody else speaking, but you hear it like a voice in your head. For some people, it still comes in as like their own inner voice, and that's okay. You can learn to distinguish it. But for most, it is a distinct voice that they hear, and they're able to understand, oh, this is my guides talking to me. So you've got that. But you grab black, so you have fears around that. And you have black slippers, so you have fears too in moving forward with this, because shoes are all about moving forward with something. So you moving forward with your spiritual leadership ability, your channeling, which is going to work in harmony with that, and the two ways of channeling that you have. And you say the gentleman said there was pink or black. So pink is about the need to heal the issues with your mom. The poor bond with mom definitely exists in your life, and you've got to do something to heal that, because that's going to put you in touch with your own feminine energy. So the dream says what you have, how you're to use it, and that it's in demand, which is fantastic, and what you need to do to clear. The obstacle for you is the issues with mom, the poor bond with mom at the start of life. So heal that, and you're going to find yourself much more open to trusting your channeling, trusting your ability when you get feelings and intuitive hits about things, and then helping people with those things. So thanks for sending in the dream, Jade. And we got a kind of a funny one, peculiar, from Kate. She says, I was at the house where I grew up. So this is about childhood. There's such a common theme in dreams, healing issues around childhood. So this is what you've got to do. I looked outside and saw animals. One, I wasn't sure what it was at first, but it was a big buffalo with little horns. Then I saw a young buffalo frolicking and playing. So what do you think of buffalo? I don't know anything about buffalo except that I've seen them on TV and there's silly songs about them. But the whole thing about animals, it's not generally what the animal is, although sometimes it is. It's usually where they are. And animals represent our own animal nature. And the dreams then are a reflection on that. So we have the small buffalo, a young buffalo, frolicking and playing. So this is saying that's what you're meant to do. Just be like an animal on the planet. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Then I realized one of the dogs was missing. So I went to the door and opened it. And I saw my dog called Guinness. That's a funny name for a dog. I guess he's black and white or cream and white. But so it's a dog missing is about missing an aspect of your animal instincts. And of course, we're all animals on an animal planet. We don't realize, we often think we're not animals. Humans are different. We're above the animals. We're not. We're an animal too. And humans have natural instincts, like how to get on, how to, like what's the way you should act, how to flirt, how to get into a relationship and so on. But a lot of people get caught up in their head because of conditioning they pick up from childhood, and they set conditions on various different aspects of their lives, or even can get so pulled away from our animal nature that we don't know how to act in certain situations. But dogs are very common in dreams, and when you see it in this context, like a missing dog, and then you're calling a dog later in the dream to come back, it's usually about sexual intimacy, or intimacy at least, and it being a natural thing and a natural desire that we have, and also that it's something that's built into us, rather than in our head. But anyway, not sure I'm describing it well. You say, realize one of the dogs was missing. We covered that. And you see Guinness laying down in the yard, and Bella, another dog of yours, to the right and further back. I call her and she comes quickly. There was another dog by Guinness. That one also came, but Guinness was moving slowly. There was a lioness that looked like it was a part tiger. It was also headed to the door. I was worried. All the other dogs had come in, but Guinness wasn't in yet, and the lioness was at the door. So I put my hand out onto her forehead and was holding it back so that Guinness could come in. I was worried that it was going to fight back, but it didn't. And Guinness came in, and I closed the door, and she called the title of the dream, Holding Back a Lioness. And of course, lionesses are about spiritual leadership. You're a spiritual leader. And of course, yes, you are holding it back, but you touch the lioness's forehead. So you're also an animal communicator. You are able to talk to people telepathically and to animals telepathically. And we've seen that often in dreams on the show. Usually you touch your forehead to their head, but you've got that ability. And you're holding your spiritual leadership back and calling in the dogs. And calling in the dogs was good. But Guinness, I'm assuming, is a black and white dog. So it's saying that you have this black and white view of things that is impacting you. You also say the lioness is part tiger. And tigers in dreams, because the color black and orange, are about career. So you're meant to use spiritual leadership in your career, but you're looking at things in a black and white way because of influences from childhood. But in this dream, you're doing something about that. It's positive. So this dream is kind of indicative of somebody who is working on themselves. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. And you're going to have another dream where you can let the lion into your life. But that's it. That's your dream. And thanks for sending it in. Quick check on the time. Here's a dream. I don't know who it's from. Let's have a quick look. Do I get it? I don't get it. So we're going to call her Emma. This dream is from Emma, and she calls it Imposing Man. She says, I enter a dimly lit house for a house party. So it's about birth. And this is one of the channeling dreams I wanted to include, because I said channeling requires masculine and feminine energy. This dream shows that in spades. There are two blonde girls at the back of the house, and they introduce themselves as Kim and Angel. So at the back of the house means, unlike our first dreamer, Jade, today, where she goes up to the very front and goes in through the sliding doors, you put yourself at the back. You hold yourself back, especially when it comes to your channeling ability. We know it's channeling because of the two and other stuff that comes up later in the dream, just briefly now. The blonde girls are good. The blonde girls tells us that you are a guide yourself. Your level is high, at least as high as guide. You say, I thought, and they're twins. Notice the two of them, I think they're twins. Anyway, yeah, you said they look like twins. But there's two of them. Two is a channeling number. I say, I thought this was your house, but wasn't sure when I came in. So you say you must have rearranged. But that means it is your house, it is your party, it is about your birth, but it's about you not feeling like it was your place when you arrived there. And that's on mom and dad. So those issues are there and they're real. You say they show me the portable fireplace slash TV stand next to them that's on. That's good that it's on. They show that they moved the TV to the corner of the room for more space. So that's not good. So fireplaces are about your heart, feminine side. And the TV stand means that you are a clairvoyant channel. And you should have the TV on that stand because it works through the feminine side, works through both masculine and feminine. But we have to access the feminine to get it. And you said that they show that they moved the TV to the corner of the room for more space. So that says that you have limited your clairvoyant ability, because that's what TVs represent, the ability to pick up images from a distance. So you have limited that for whatever reason, and the dream is asking you to fix it. It's at least showing you that that's what you've done. You say, eventually I end up alone in the family room and I hear kids playing. So this is about a poor bond with mom because you felt alone in the family room. Also says that you have a counselling ability. I won't say how well. People who are counsellors, they often go through life feeling alone, even when they're with other people. And so that shows up in dreams, this sense of feeling alone or neglected at birth, let's say. That's really where it comes from. And that's the void within. That's the obstacle you need to overcome, this sense of feeling alone. So you need to cut the ties with mom. Absolutely, for sure. You say, I follow the sound and see young girls trying to be quiet to not wake the baby. So this is about you trying to be quiet. And of course, waking the baby is a good thing. The baby in a dream represents a responsibility. So it's something you're responsible for that you've suppressed. It's like putting the TV in the corner is the same as trying to not wake the baby. The TV's about clairvoyance. Let's see, is that what the baby's about? You said, I see the baby's eyes peeking open and try to get the kids out of the room. But then the baby sees me and opens its eyes bigger. So there we go. Because the emphasis is on the baby's eyes, it's about your responsibility to start using your clairvoyant ability, because that's what eyes and dreams represent. And it's good that the baby wakes up. You say, I'm trying to duck so he doesn't freak out, but by not knowing me. So again, ducking to avoid the baby is if I just said I'm ducking my responsibility for channeling, that's exactly what your dream is saying. So you need to get into channeling. You need to work on cutting the ties with mom. You may have more than mom to do, but you definitely have mom because we have the blonde girls and so on at the start of the dream. Finally, the kids and I leave the room and I hear low music playing. Music is another symbol for channeling in dreams. So you've definitely got it in spades here. I enter a bedroom and open a door to the garage that's almost set up like another bedroom. And garages are about separation. So it's another heart symbol, like the fireplace in a dream. A few girls are in there and one hands me black liquor in a mug. I ask, is it caffeinated? And she shakes her head, no. I take a sip and it's warm. Someone makes a comment, you're giving her the dog. And I respond, black dog, as if I know the liquor brand. I take some more sips and I think, oh shoot, I don't think I'm supposed to be drinking right now because I am working on, cutting the ties that bind. And she knows that in the dream. So that's kind of funny. So what is that? So black is never a positive in a dream. The meaning of colors in dreams comes from the meaning of colors in the aura. And black on its own is about the absence of everything else. So it can represent shame, hatred, fear, resentment, guilt, and negative emotions. And our life is about moving from negative emotions to more positive ones like love and compassion and having an open heart, which is what your dream is asking you to do. But it means anyway, somebody has given you a negative view at whatever age the girls are in the dream. So the girl gives you that. And it could be the young girls that are there beforehand. So you have a negative view of men that you've picked up because of experience in life. It's not like, oh, you mistakenly got this negative view. You're meant to get the view. You have this view, but you got to work on it and heal it. It's another obstacle for you. You say, I'm having fun dancing to the music, but it feels like things are going in slow motion. I start to realize that I feel almost in a very buzzed or drugged state. I back away from dancing with someone. Okay, so this first part is about your channeling. So when you're in a channeling state, you feel buzzed, you feel kind of drugged, or you have that kind of a high feeling that you get. So the dream is acknowledging that's how your channeling works, and dancing to the music is what tells us it's about your channeling for sure. You say, I back away from dancing with someone and he grabs my hand aggressively. No one else is with us now. I pull away and he keeps coming after me. I realize we're inside a chain fence with small, smooth rocks on the ground. Okay. The guy has a green sweatshirt on with a hood up and has black long hair and dark facial hair. He says, no one ever danced with me like that and I want more. He advances forward and I push him off saying, I was having fun, but let me approach you for more. Let me approach you for more. He advances towards me again. Then the scene changes to me and my ex. Okay, so let's go back and cover what we've gone through there because there's a lot. So the chain fence, it's all a comment on the channeling. So it's like fences are about the heart because they're about separation, keeping people away. And chains says this is something that you are obliged to work on. You have to fix, which is why I keep saying you need to cut the ties with mom. So we know it's about your channeling connection and you feel this buzz kind of drug state. And then this male comes on aggressively. So that says that when you get into this state, you feel this really strong sense that the strong sense of your connection, and you don't like it. It's too strong for you, and you back off. But it's kind of like your guides are coming in strong, or angels, really, in your case, because of the blonde girls. Angels are coming in to connect with you. It's like a trance connection, and you don't like the strength of it, and you pull back, and you're saying to your angels, "I want to be the one controlling this." Like you say to the guy, what way is it you say? I was having fun, but let me approach you for more. So that's what you want. You want to be in the driver's seat, and you really shouldn't be doing that. But the reason you do that is because of your view of men and aggression and all the other things that are connected with masculine energy. And so you're holding back because of influences in your life. And if you heal those, you're going to enormously strengthen your connection. And that's what you're meant to do. Maybe you could channel with somebody like in a class setting, or with somebody who's a really good channel, as to where you can trust the connection and just let it go and get as strong as it's going to get, because that's really cool. I really like what your dream is saying. Anyway, it then changes to you and your ex walking with your son, and he's trick-or-treating downtown. I see an older man eating on a cookie. That's the way it's worded. And he's about to enter a store. I run up to him and say in a panic, there was a man that was grabbing me aggressively when I asked him to stop. The man got serious and went past me and asked where. I explained and said, please help me, please. He tells me to take the boy and get out of here. He goes past my ex and my son, like he's on a mission to hurt the guy who is imposing on me. Okay, so that's not good. So this is about you using your masculine energy to control, and that's what the old man in the dream represents. Of course, it's issues with men. There are things that have happened in your life that have you correctly thinking the way you think. By correct, I mean it's what you're meant to think. But you've got to heal this. So this aggression of men that you've experienced is causing you to view other things in your life as it's being aggressively pushed on you when it's not. So heal the issues with mom, then heal the issues around your view of men. Where do you get that from? What was the cause? Work on that, and you're going to find you'll drop the controlling nature around that, and you're going to feel righteous in this. So I'm probably annoying you with saying what I'm saying. So you're going to drop that nature, and you're going to make a connection that is absolutely second to none. It's really, really good. So thanks for the dream. And I do know whose dream it is now, but I didn't want to use the name anyway. So here's a dream from Pearl. She says, it's short, but it's probably also inappropriate for the show, but it reminded me of a dream you did recently about a woman and her brother. Okay, so I'm going to do it anyway, just because you challenged me to it. She says, and so this is Pearl. She says, I'm sure I had this dream in the early morning. Okay. Here it is. I'm laying in bed with my head resting on the chest of my old friend. We're laying there watching TV on my phone. So TV on the phone is about channeling. It's definitely about channeling because I just did a dream that's all about that. So the TV is about clairvoyance and the phone is about telepathic connection. My phone is being propped up by something. I pick up my phone and realize it's his. Okay, well, I can't say the word, or I could actually, I would be allowed. But let's name an actor. Do you know Dwayne Johnson? He's a great actor. Absolutely love him. And I loved the catchline for him in CIA with Kevin Hart. And he said, all you need is a little heart and a big Johnson. That was the catchline. So anyway, you know what was propping up the phone? And you say, I'm so easy and embarrassed. I wake up, I feel awkward all morning. And then she talks about how she knows a friend, knows him in a work situation. He's very negative, and so on. But she just feels awkward all morning. So working as a channel and making your connection requires using both masculine and feminine energy. But in this dream, instead of being excited like the man was, you are embarrassed about this. So you've got to turn that embarrassment around and get excited about using your gift. Realize that this is something really positive. Your channeling ability is something very, very positive, and don't be embarrassed about it. Like, it's going to be the same feeling that you had in the dream is the feeling you have using this gift. And so you need to treat it like a kid, treat it like you're flirting with it and enjoying it and having fun. And it's all part of exploration, and it's all meant to be fun, really a lot of fun. But that's what it is. You do have the ability. It requires masculine and feminine energy, and you've got to restore the balance by working on the aspects that make you feel embarrassed. So it should be pretty easy to consider your life, consider what makes you feel embarrassed, and then what does that lead you back to in life, and get to the point then where you can be comfortable with this gift and use it to help other people. So there you go. Is there anything else I can say about it? There probably is. You did talk about he's very negative in work, and you avoid him in work situations because of that, although you're both very artistic and so on and so on. So that's going to be about you avoiding this aspect of your abilities, your ability to channel. So do write and let us know. Do you channel? What stops you from channeling? And so on, because it's definitely what you're meant to do. All right. Do I have courses going on? Yes, I do. I always have courses going on. I have a healing course starting on, I was going to say the 19th of January. Let's say 19th of February, but I'm not sure when it is. But I do have one. You can go to dream-analysis.com. You can find out about all the courses I have going on, all the healing courses. I say the obstacle is the way, but I also help people heal that obstacle, heal the trauma that is the obstacle. And if you want to send your dream to my show, go to dream-analysis.com and submit your dream there and download my dictionary. It's free, and you can work on your own dreams. Thanks everybody who sent dreams in this week. Talk to you soon. Bye.